Now I'll be showing you all how to make these adorable little baby booties. You will need a pair of scissors, a purple hook, the flower loom, and some yarn. To begin, I'm going to go ahead and make a slip knot using my fingers. I'm going to place this slip knot on the central knob of my loom. I'm going to go ahead and begin to cast on by E-wrapping around the entire loom. It's just a simple E-wrap, and I'm going to E-wrap on all pegs. What's different about this cast on though is that instead of E-wrapping around the loom and continuing to the next peg, I'm going to E-wrap back from peg 12 all the way to peg 1. So there won't be any yarn basically connecting pegs 12 and peg 1. This is purposeful because we're going to start by making the heel and then we're going to make the toe. So there needs to be a gap in the heel so that the baby can put their foot in the booty. Then I'm going to go ahead and knit off each peg. So now I'm going to go ahead and purl stitch each row. I've once again chosen to not connect the two pegs, pegs 12 and peg 1. I'm just going back around and I'm just following the garter stitch pattern here. Now I have a video that I will link below that shows you exactly how you can purl stitch, but for now I'm just going around and purl stitching. I chose to do a knit a row, purl a row, knit a row, purl a row pattern for this, like the garter stitch. You could knit every row if you don't know how to purl very well, or you could purl every row if you like that look better. It's kind of what you want the outside to be. You can kind of basically come up with any pattern that you want on your own. Alright, after purling that row, once again, I'm going to move my little loops to the bottom of the peg, to the bottom of the loom, excuse me, and I'm going to go ahead and E-wrap back around the loom. Once again, I'm still not connecting those two pegs. So I'm going to continue this knit a row, purl a row pattern for a total of 9 rows. So just continue that until you have done 9 full rows. Once again, I'm just purl stitching, and then I'll continue to knit later. So it's just knit a row, purl a row, knit a row, purl a row. Alright, so I've done my 9 rows. Now you can see how long and lengthy it looks, and it looks great. Now I'm going to go ahead and take off my slip knot that I originally placed on that center knob of my loom. I don't really need it more now that it's gotten long enough, which is great. Now that I've gotten to this point, I can go ahead and connect the 2 loops. So as you can see here, I'm going to go ahead and E-wrap. This is a knit row, so I'm just going to be knitting, so I'm going to connect those 2 pegs finally, because now we're going to be working on the toe portion of the booty. So after I've E-wrapped, I'm going to go ahead and knit off just as normal. Now I'm going to go ahead and do another purl stitch row. So I'm still continuing my pattern of the knit a row, purl a row, even into my toe area. If you want to, you could change it here for an interesting, unique design, but I chose to keep it the same, keep it simple. So I'm going to go ahead and continue this pattern now for 7 rows. So the heel portion, remember, was 9 rows long, where we kept it open, and then when we finally close that gap, I'm just going to go ahead and do it for 7 rows. Now, if you wanted the booties to be a little bit bigger and a little bit stretchier, you could only use 1 strand of yarn, and you could do more rows on each section so that the booty is bigger, but these are just standard size. Now I'm ready to go ahead and take my booties off of my loom. So I'm going to lay about 12 inches of yarn, and then I'm going to trim it. Then I've gone ahead and threaded my needle and put my yarn through my needle. And now I'm just going to be doing the basic cast off like you would with a hat. It's a basic drawstring cast off. So what this basically means is I just pull my needle through each loop and then pull the loop off the loop. It's very simple, and if you're watching this video, you probably have already knitted hats, so you already probably know how to do this. It's really simple, easy, and it works. Now I'm just cinching up the last little bit. Oh, by the way, sorry if you hear noises in the background. That's my cat crying. I apologize. Now I'm just going to go ahead and tie a knot at the edge of the toe. And then I'm going to trim off the excess yarn. Now the booty is currently inside out, so there I've just now turned it right side out. And I've gone ahead and threaded my needle, you can see, in some yarn. And I'm going to go ahead and be stitching up the heel. This part is extremely important in the tutorial. You really want to make sure you stitch this up well. I went over several times this heel area, stitching those, you know, stitches together and stuff like that, and really reinforcing it, because this is the part that you really don't want to split when the baby puts its foot in or anything like that. You really want to make sure it's sturdy and stable. Alright, now I'm just going ahead and tying a knot once I finish doing that. And I'm just going to be trimming off the excess with my scissors. And then I just tuck in that little end in the heel. Now you can add some final cute touches to your booty. I chose to do a little white bow on the toe of each booty. And I do have a video on how to make these bows, so I will happily link that below. Then I just went around with some white yarn and just kind of did a little stitching on the border of the top of the toe. I don't know, I just think it added a cute little touch. You could also add a pom-pom to the toe. You could add a flower to the toe. You could simply do nothing and add nothing to the toe. You could add tassels. There's really so many ways that you can accessorize these cute little booties, and definitely make them in some fun colors, from pink for a cute little girl to blue for a boy. These pom-poms are a great gift too. Now I'm just trimming my yarn after I've tied a little knot, and I'm just going to tuck that in so nobody sees it. Just shaping the booty a little bit to my desired look. And that's it. These booties are so cute and adorable. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will have a video up next week about the panda bear. I know you guys have been waiting a while for that, but it's taken me months to create the pattern, so definitely look forward to our next video coming up soon. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.